And then we come back to this, and this point represent CBI more than 1, then I am under budget, and SPI more than 1, which is ahead of schedule. This is a positive case of a project which every project aims to. The next project has this status, which is the SPI is more than 1 and the CBI is less than 1. And then we are over budget. So because the CBI is under 1, which is bad thing, and the SPI is over 1, which is good. So we are over budget, ahead of schedule. And the third case we have is under budget, behind schedule, which means under budget we are good, behind schedule we are bad for the schedule. The fourth one is here, over budget and behind schedule. In this case, we are in a bad situation for both budget and schedule. But if we look at this example, this is the optimum or the case or the status that every project aims to. But if we look at those two indicators together, under budget and behind schedule, this case can be because I am not progressing well. I have a bad progress, then I am under budget. In this case, we are over budget and ahead of schedule. What does that mean? That means I spent more money here than I am expecting to spend. Sorry, I spent more money than I am expecting to spend for the same progress to increase my, or to accelerate my work and finish the project sooner than expected. So this is the status here, that I have maybe overtime. I spent overtime for the employees to get more progress. Then that's why I got the overtime here, the overtime cost here, which is over budget. But the good thing that I am ahead of schedule. So it doesn't mean that this case here or this case is completely bad. It might be good in some cases, but for sure this one is bad. Regarding the SV and CV, if we come back to the formulas here, we said if the EV is higher than the BV, it's a good thing. What does that mean? That means if the SV is a positive number, because this is higher than this, then we are in a good status of the project. Same for the CV. If the EV is more than the AC, then we are in a good shape, which is a positive CV. To remind you again, the EV is the value I got for the progress I made. Then I will explain it later more in an example. So we go back to the CV and SV graph, and then here we have the 0 is the center of the graph, not 1 like here. It is 0 because 0 represents a status of a project where earned value equal planned value or earned value equal actual cost, which is the normal, or let's say the on budget, on schedule status. And then we have the first project here, like we said. And again, if it is in this quarter, which is the CV is plus or positive, the SV is positive, then we are under budget and ahead of schedule. And in this quarter, it is over budget, ahead of schedule. In this quarter, it is under budget, behind schedule. And here we are over budget, behind schedule. We use SV and CV sometimes, but we also use SPI and CBI more than them because the SPI and the CBI give you how much or how many what is your status exactly. If it is 0.8, you are here, and if it is 0.6, you are here, then you are not very bad, or let's say 80% of what you should think. But the SV and CV doesn't give you, let's say, percentage feeling of the status. So the SV and CV both, and SPI and CPI, all of them are used together to determine the status of the project.